Hey everyone, it's Victoria McCooey, and today's video is about money and divorce. So, typically when people come on and make these videos, they spend the first half hour talking about themselves, their coaching programs, their education, why you should hire them, and I can't stand that when I'm on the receiving end of that. So I'm cutting to the chase. All that will be in the notes below the video. You can reach out to me. You can find out all about me there. But let's just get right to it. Money. So when you are in a divorce, or even before, even if your marriage is strong, you still should know everything there is to know about your money, because things change, people die, people change, people end up getting a divorce when they never thought they would. Anything can happen, and it's lovely just to stick your head in the sand and think somebody else is going to take care of everything, but one day that person might not be there. So everyone needs to know everything about what money is coming into the household, what money is going out of the household. So don't be that person who is blindsided and can't get their hands on the information they need when the time comes. So here's what you need to know. Now, my clients are people, not just women, I've had men in my programs too, people going through contentious divorces from narcissistic, abusive, controlling partners. So if they're abusive during the marriage, just imagine how they are when you try to leave them, right? So they will try to sabotage you. They will try to hide information. They will hide assets. They will make it very difficult for you to get your hands on this information. So if you're not there yet, now's the time. Now's the time to wrangle all this stuff, get your hands on all these documents, put them away in a safe place, download them into the cloud, print them out and put them in a safe deposit box that he doesn't know about. And, I say he because most of the people in these situations are women. So now's the time. So here's what you need. You need 3 years of your tax returns. You need to figure out how to read these if you can't. I mean, I'm not judging. Mine, when I was married to my first husband, were so complex, no one could have understood them, right? And he kept them that way on purpose. There were a lot of different entities. There was it was very hard to understand, and that was why. So I couldn't understand. That was one of the big motivating factors for keeping it so complicated. But if you can't understand it, find someone who can. Hire an accountant to help you, whatever. But you need to know what they're telling you, where the money is, how much there is, account numbers. You need to know everything, and that's the greatest place to start, because it may not all be there. There may be things hidden, but it's a good starting place. All right, get every bank account that you can find, everything you know about credit card accounts, savings accounts, stocks, bonds, trading accounts, anything. Loans. Did you loan some money to someone? Did you lend some money to someone? Did you make a loan take money from family members that you need to pay back, or that he could say needs to be paid back? Document all of this stuff as best you can. Any income, every income. So the next thing around money, you've wrangled all this, right? Or as best you can. You've got all the documentation. You know pretty much what there is and what you owe. Now, and the account numbers, that's really important too. Have your hands on all the statements, banking statements too, for at least get the last year of statements. Then you need to think about the budget, your household budget. What does it cost for you to live? Because you're going to be the head of your own household. When this is over, you need to understand how much it costs to run your household, what your status quo is, what all the expenses are, every expense, what you pay for all your utilities, how much it costs for water, how much it costs for garbage, how do you get rid of your garbage, all the things. What do you pay for babysitters? What do you pay for daycare? What do you pay for private school? What incidentals, everything. You need to know what it costs. I know it's overwhelming, but don't let it be. Don't let it be. Just take it one step at a time. Just make a list of all the things you have to do and start dedicating yourself to make it a priority to do one thing at a time. Just one thing a day, maybe. Just get your list, start checking things off. But I just want to get it all into this video so you know the whole big picture. All right, the other thing is now you're going to be head of your household. You need to have a budget. You need to understand how money works, how to spend it, how to save it, how to invest it, all these things, right? Nobody's going to be helping you. So there is this book. There's this guy. His name is Harv Eker. He wrote a book called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Pretty sure that's what it is. Anyway, he has a plan that I've adopted. I have been using this and teaching it to my clients for years. And it's what works for me. It's what works for a lot of my clients. Give it a try. It might work for you. So here's what it looks like. But you'll go research him and you'll find out all the particulars. But in a nutshell, you make buckets for all the money that comes in to your household. You make buckets and you assign a certain percentage of that money to each of the buckets. Here are the buckets. One's called My Necessities. I'm just going to run through them really quick. My Necessities, Play, FFA, which stands for Financial Freedom Account, Education, Long-Term Saving for Spending, and the last one, there are 6, is Give, Charity. So the first one, My Necessities, all the things you have to pay for. That is not, oh, I must have that new handbag. No, that's not a necessity. I must have shoes. I must have socks. I must have underwear. Those are necessities. Children too. Not wants, needs. The things you need. All the utilities, all the food. It's not, oh, I have to go out to that expensive restaurant. No. It's, I must put food on the table. I need milk and eggs and bread and dinner. And yeah, those are necessities. All right, play. Well, obviously, you know what play is. That's the going out, entertainment, anything you that's just a luxury, something you want to do. Forever Freedom Account, or Financial Freedom Account, is a one-way account. It goes out, it doesn't come in. My phone blows up all the time like this, and I forgot to turn it off. Truth, that's transparency, right? It goes into an investment account, and it doesn't come out. That just stays there. That is just building your wealth, and it's compounding, right? So that goes into some of your choosing, and read the book and find out what's the best tool for you. But that's a one-way account. Education. If you're not learning, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? If you're not constantly evolving, if you're not getting better all the time, then you're dying. So that bucket is for furthering your self-improvement, your development, courses you want to take, books you want to learn from, not trashy novels. This is like educational, like nonfiction sort of reading, coaching, things that are going to make you a better person, help you evolve in some way. Then the next one is long-term saving for spending. You want to go on a vacation, you're going to save for it. That's going to be your bucket. And you're going to put that money, that percentage away into long-term saving for spending until you have enough and you go on your vacation. Then you can have 2 long-term saving for spending buckets if you want. One for the new car you want and one for the vacation you want. However you want to do it. But that's money that you're going to save and then spend. And the last one is giving away. A small portion of everything that comes in has to go to charity, because it's the flow, right? If you keep it all, you're not going to get as much. It's not going to come flowing to you. I mean, does that sound woo-woo? It's the reality of it. When you give it away, it comes back to you. It's just the way the energy of the universe works. So you need to give in order for it to come to you. All right, so here's how I do my buckets. If you're interested, I do 55% to my necessities. I do 10% to play, 10% to, why can I never remember this? Financial freedom account, 10% to education, 10% to long-term saving for spending, and 5% to give. Please tell me that added up to 100. I think it did. All right, so that's how it works for me. I've been doing this for years. It's a no-brainer, because then it's not like you get to the end of the month and you can't pay the gas bill. No, it's like, this is set aside. This is going to the necessities. And it's not like you're like, oh yeah, I can go out to dinner again. Yeah, I went out to dinner last night, but sure, I'll go. I'll, whatever. Well, no, maybe you can't. Maybe you can't. So it reins you in. It keeps you on track. It gives you guidelines. It helps you know that you're going to have the money at the end of the month, and all the bills are going to get paid, and it's all going to be good. So there's a lot of freedom in that, right? It's a lot less stress when you know where your money's going. You don't have to make those decisions on the fly, because that never works. All right, enough of that. This is my money message for you today. If this resonated with you, please, please give me a comment. Let me know what works and what doesn't. I want to know. I really do. I'm going to put in the notes how to get in touch with me. You can always sign up for a free session with me. The link to my calendar will be in the notes. We can talk about your situation. I'll try to advise you as best I can. We'll talk about if you and I are a good fit, if we might want to work together. I'll tell you what that would look like. You can email me. I'll put my email address here too, victoria@victoriamcooey.com. If you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. Then you're always alerted when I post a new video, usually once a week. I like to give really good information here. So I hope this helps, and let me hear from you. All right, see you next time.